an AMI digital exclusive.
I'm Sarah Galitz. I'm a content strategist at Capital One. We're here at South by Southwest.
I'm Mike Paciello, founder and CEO of the Paciello Group. Well, South by Southwest is, it's a monolith. It's of conferences and events and all kinds of people, all kinds of disciplines. One would think, as opposed to the conference that I just came from, which is the CSUN Conference for People with Disabilities, one would think that there would be nothing about accessibility here, about accommodating the needs of users and people with disabilities. But in fact, throughout the event over the next couple of weeks, including what was hosted here today by Capital One, we're finding that not just the small companies like TPG are thinking about accessibility, but we've got big name players. IBM has a whole pavilion over here dedicated to aging and accessibility and disabilities. Capital One has their spot.
So I'm Larry Goldberg, and I'm the Director of Accessible Media at Yahoo, and we're at South by Southwest in Austin. Well, CSUN's changed a lot over the past 32 years that it's been going, and it used to be very small, very dedicated to small manufacturers of assistive technology. Last week, there were giant exhibits and suites taken out by major corporations. The presence of so many major corporations was really something different. And then we come to South by Southwest, which is extremely dominated by some phenomenal big and small companies, and accessibility is beginning to be talked about here as well. So I did a search on their website, and there was probably a dozen sessions with the hashtag accessibility, and that's pretty great too. So these worlds are actually coming together a bit, and that's great. That's the way it should be.
We're seeing something that we had not seen in years past, and that is accessibility is inclusive of even events and conferences, and it is becoming part again of that, accessibility mindset.
Today we talked about how to build accessibility as a practice into your product development. And one of the things we talked about is this really is about building partnerships across a business. When you are starting a project, you're starting to build something, figure out who's going to need to approve that in the end and get them involved at the beginning, whether that's legal, regulatory, accessibility, design, content. Pull all those people into a room and say, here's what we're trying to achieve, here's how we think we should get here, let's make it together. And then by the time you get to a point of needing people's approval, everyone approves because you've built it together all along.
Yes, Sarah's right. This is about collaboration and about the think accessibility mindset, so that from a design and user experience perspective, whatever you're developing, whatever you're designing is fully inclusive, and that means including individuals with disabilities as part of the design and development experience.
One of the best things you can do is just take someone to lunch and ask about what they're doing, and if you work in accessibility, explain what it is that you do. Talk about what that means in real human language, and build that partnership before you have to go into an accessibility review. Make that person your best friend.
Visit ami.ca for more accessible media.